Hey there, and welcome to Business Basics Hub. If you're an entrepreneur with some really big dreams, you are in the perfect place. We're all about giving you that simple, actionable knowledge you need to turn those big ideas into a reality.
All right, before we jump in, just a quick heads up. This is all for educational purposes, okay? Think of it as your launch pad for learning. When it comes to your specific business, it's always a smart move to chat with a legal or financial pro. So, let me ask you something. Are you dreaming of building a business that can grow really big? One that can attract investors and, hey, maybe even go public one day? If that sounds like you, if you're aiming for that kind of major growth, then you absolutely need to know about this one business structure. It's kind of not negotiable.
So today, we are diving deep into the C Corporation. We're going to break it all down, demystify what it is, and show you why it might just be the perfect foundation for those huge goals you have.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll cover what a C Corp is, why it matters for growth, how to form one, some common pitfalls to watch out for, and then we'll wrap up by helping you figure out if it's the right choice for your business.
All right, let's get right into it. Part 1. What is a C Corp?
Okay, so here's the simplest way to think about it. Imagine your business is its own person. Seriously, it has its own legal name, its own bank account, it can even sign contracts all by itself. That's the whole idea behind a C Corp. It's a legal entity that's completely separate from its owners. That's you, the shareholder. This separation is everything, and it's actually the default type of corporation in the US.
So, how does this thing actually run? Well, think of it like a 3-level pyramid. At the very bottom, you've got the shareholders. They're the owners. They elect the next level up, the board of directors. These are the strategists, the ones looking at the big picture. And then, at the top, the board appoints the officers, your CEO, CFO, the folks who manage the day-to-day operations. It's a really clear, organized structure, and that's a huge plus.
Okay, now we get to the really good stuff. Why should you even care about C Corps? Let's talk about the advantages for a growing business. This is where the C Corp is a total game changer for ambitious entrepreneurs. I mean, first off, you get that strong personal liability protection. But the real magic, it's all about growth. C Corps are built to attract venture capital and other big investors. You can have an unlimited number of shareholders from anywhere in the world. You can issue different classes of stock, which VCs love. And, this is a big one, if your ultimate dream is an IPO, going public, a C Corp isn't just a good idea, it's pretty much your only option. Plus, they can last forever, beyond the founders.
And get this, there's a huge, and I mean huge, tax benefit that a lot of people don't know about. It's called Section 1202. For certain C Corps, it could let founders and early investors pay 0 federal tax on up to $10 million in capital gains. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a massive incentive for building a successful company.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're starting to see the potential here, right? So how do you actually build one of these things? Let's walk through the step-by-step roadmap.
All right, the process itself is pretty structured. You'll start by choosing a unique name and deciding which state to incorporate in. A lot of startups pick Delaware, by the way, because its business laws are super predictable. Then you'll appoint a registered agent and file your articles of incorporation. That's the official paperwork. After that, you've got to hold an organizational meeting, adopt your company bylaws, and issue stock to the founders. And finally, you'll get all the official stuff done, like getting your tax ID number, opening a corporate bank account, and sorting out any licenses you need. And it's smart to set up a compliance calendar right away. Now here is a really important warning. Setting up a C Corp isn't a set-it-and-forget-it kind of deal. You absolutely have to keep up with the corporate formalities. If you don't, you risk something called piercing the corporate veil. And that's bad news. It's when a court decides your company isn't really a separate entity, which could mean you become personally on the hook for all its debts.
And that warning is a perfect lead-in to our next section, the common pitfalls. C Corps are powerful for sure, but you've got to go in with your eyes wide open about the downsides.
Okay, the number one thing you'll hear people talk about is double taxation, and it's exactly what it sounds like. First, the corporation itself pays taxes on its profits. Then, if the corporation distributes some of those profits to shareholders as dividends, guess what? The shareholders have to pay taxes on that income again, on their personal tax returns. It's the big trade-off for all those other great benefits.
And it's not just about taxes. You've got to consider a few other things. C Corps generally cost more to set up and maintain. And the paperwork, well, it can be a lot. You've got to hold regular meetings, keep detailed minutes, all that formal stuff. Plus, here's another key point. If your business loses money, which a lot of new companies do, you can't write those losses off on your personal taxes. They stay with the corporation.
So, we've looked at the good and the not so good, which brings us to the biggest question of all. Is a C Corp actually the right move for you? You know, it really all boils down to your long-term vision for the company. Take a look at this. If you see yourself in that left column, you're planning to chase venture capital, you dream of an IPO, you need investors from all over, then a C Corp is almost certainly the way to go. But if you identify more with the right column, you want simplicity, you plan to take profits out every year, you don't have massive growth plans right now, then another business structure might be a much better fit.
So now you've got the basics down, but the real work starts now. The decision you make is all about aligning your business structure with your ambition. So take a moment and think, what's the right next step for your business vision?
And there you have it, our beginner's guide to the C Corporation. Hey, if this was helpful and you want more simple, actionable advice for building your business, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. And of course, if this helped you out, a quick like is always appreciated. And why not share it with a friend who's just starting out on their own business journey?
Just one last time. Remember, this content is for general educational purposes only. It's so important to consult a qualified professional for advice that's tailored to your unique business. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.